Welcome, everybody, to Crypto News Alerts podcast episode number 1073. I'm your host, JV. Let me know who you are in the live chat. We'll be getting started in 3 minutes. I'd love to do a live shout out to everyone just joining us to let me know who you are and where you're from. You can see Bitcoin currently prices collapsed under that critical 19,000 resistance, and we're currently trading at about 18,500 at the time of this recording. So the $1 million question is, how low will she go? Welcome, LNP. Always a pleasure to see you. Telengard, always number one, says what's kicking. A lot kicking in the market. We're going to be discussing CPI, inflation, and all that goodness. Or should I say not so goodness. What's up, Keto Genesis? Yo, yo. Welcome, welcome. Coinfather, always a pleasure, fam. Great to see you. J-Dub the Laker, number 24 in the house. What up, my guy? Love from Watts, California. I got nothing but California love for my crypto fam. That's what's up. Crazy world, Coinfather says, but now, I've been calling it. Yeah, man, I think many of us have seen this coming for a very long time. We truly do live in a clown world, which is what it is. It's crazy, right? And right when you think things can't get any more crazier, lo and behold, the unexpected. So that's why I say expect the unexpected. Telengard says, Dunno, I'm liking these prices better than food for gas. You make a great point. And who knows what the inflation numbers truly are? This is just what they're willing to admit to. We all know once the genie is out of the bottle, there's no putting it back in. Yeah, man, I feel ya. But take advantage of it. What's up, Tom T? Good morning, family. We'll get started in 1 more minute. There's a countdown timer on the screen for those of you just joining us. Coinfather says, I just entered some trades in a few alts, Solana, Avalanche, and Cardano. That's what's up, man. Keep stacking them stats while you can. Dan, good morning. Dan says, is my bank going to close my account for commenting in your chat? It seems that way. I mean, they did it to Kanye. Anything is possible. That's why I take all of your money out of the bank ASAP. Love this drop. Time to make some swings. That's what's up. Keto says next halving May 2024. Oh man, I cannot wait. It's going to be very interesting times to say the least. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're going to get started in about 15 more seconds. So if you're just joining us, let me know who you are in the comments right down below. We have a lot to share as usual in today's show. Yeah, a few more seconds. Give everyone a chance to get in here. Again, drop a comment. Let me know who you are. And with that being shared, welcome everybody to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV, and this is podcast episode number 1073 of the Crypto News Alerts pod. And in today's show, we're going to be discussing massive Bitcoin volatility as U.S. inflation clocks in at 8.2%. That's right, massive volatility right now with the Bitcoin price trading at 18,500. U.S. core CPI inflation minus food and energy just hit a new 40-year high at 6.6%. So U.S. CPI inflation is now 8.2 according to the official records, where food at home inflation is at 13%. But we all know real inflation is much higher. And quoting on-chain analyst Willy Woo, Bitcoin took 6 months to get 1,000 users, 5 years to find 1 million users. Today, 13.8 years from inception, it has 300 million plus users, 4% of the world. And at the current growth rates, 1 billion users will be hit in the next 3 years. That's 12% of the world. Also in today's show, guess what? As Candace Owens points out, do you know that JP Morgan Chase officially shut down Kanye West, better known as Ye's bank account? That's right. That's why I wrote here, time for Ye to switch to Bitcoin. And as Plan B shares here, great buying opportunity like 2011, 2015, and 2019, or this time is different. That is the question. And Mexican Senator Indira Kempis, she shared, let's switch to Bitcoin and make it legal tender. I agree 100%. Mexico, let's go. Also in today's show, speaking of Latin America, Brazil's Rio de Janeiro will accept crypto payments for property taxes. That's right, quoting their mayor, Eduardo Pace, Rio de Janeiro is a global city. Therefore, we are following technology and economic advances in the universe of digital financial assets. We have a look to the future, and we want to to become the country's capital of innovation and technology, our city is the first in Brazil to offer the taxpayer this type of payment. Also in today's show, Altcoin Market about to explode after long consolidation period, says crypto analyst Justin Bennett, quoting him here on Crypto Twitter. This quiet period for crypto is about to end. The longer the market coils, the more explosive the breakout. Get ready. Hashtag Altcoin Market Cap. Also in today's show, I'll be sharing the latest updates between Ripple/XRP and the SEC as the judge in the lawsuit grants permission to the remittance firm to submit the amicus briefs. Also in today's show, billionaire Mike Novogratz forecasts how long the Bitcoin and crypto bear market will last, quoting the billionaire here. You know, the bear case is we've got 2 to 6 months left of this pain. The bull case is the market starts breaking, and we are seeing a lot of breakage, not necessarily in crypto, but in the rest of the world. Also in today's show, Ark analyst stands by prediction that Bitcoin will top $1 million. That's right, as pointed out here, Ark analyst Yassine is standing by his firm's prediction that Bitcoin's price will shoot past the $1 million mark. What do you think? We're going to be breaking all of this down for you right here in today's show. And with that being shared, if you're just joining in, let me know who you are in the comments right down below. And before I break out the latest market watch, I want to give a quick shout out to Blockfi, our sponsor of the day. They launched a new product called their Blockfi Private Client. This is a personalized approach to crypto wealth management where you can recognize the full potential of your crypto investments. You can negotiate crypto interest rates, and you can even borrow at competitive loan rates using crypto as collateral, and even negotiate personalized loan to value and APR when borrowing $100,000 plus, and there is no prepayment penalty. They also have a pretty sweet trading platform, which is dedicated white glove service tailored just for you. They have robust risk management as well as transparency you can trust. So if you don't already have your Blockfi account set up, be sure to take advantage of this today. And with that being shared, I want to welcome everybody to another episode of Crypto News Alerts, podcast episode number 1073 of the Crypto News Alerts pod version 2.0. And of course, we have a lot to cover as inflation and CPI data was just released this morning, what caused the Bitcoin price to drop along with the entire crypto market. But with that being shared, let's take a look at the overall crypto market right now and discuss what is going on before we break down the latest CPI and inflation data. As you can see, all the major cryptos are currently correcting and in the red off the back of this news, with Bitcoin down 2.7% for the day, trading at around 18,600 at the time of this recording. We have Ether down almost 5%, maintaining just above $1,200. Binance Coin down 2%, trading at $265. Solana in the blood red, down 6%, trading at $29. Avalanche also in the blood red, down 5%, trading at $15. And Cardano has been breaking down hard as well, down over 5%, trading just at about 37 cents. And checking out the crypto market cap, let's get a refresh for the latest data. As you can see here, we're coming in at $888 billion live in the flesh. Again, this is a live show, no longer pre-recorded and edited and premiering live, but we are live in the flesh. So all these values that you see are the current values in the market. We have 65 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. The current Bitcoin dominance 39.8%, with the Ether dominance on the decline at 16.9%. And checking out the top 100 cryptocurrency gainers in the past 24 hours, there's not much. We have Hobby Token up 14%, trading at $7.23, followed by Terra Classic USD, the not so stable coin, up almost 5%, trading at just under 5 cents, and OKB up 2.5%, trading at $16.45. And if we check out the biggest losers in the market in the last 24 hours, in the top 100, we have CVX down 12%, we have GMT down 10%, and Clayton down 10.5%. And checking out the top 100 cryptocurrency gainers for the past week, there's like literally only about 4 or 5 coins in the green out of the top 100 coins, and that includes HT up 72%, we got HBAR up 8.3%, Maker up 11%, and Quant up 9.4%, and the rest is just a sea of red as the alts are currently bleeding and not looking so great. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, one of my favorite indicators, it shows we are currently rated a 20 out of 100 in extreme fear, the same exact as yesterday. Last week was a 26 in fear, and last month a 34 in fear. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That could be a great buying opportunity, aka BTFD, buy that freaking dip. How many of you are taking advantage of this dip? Let me know in the comments below. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. With that being shared, if you're just joining us, let me know who you are in the comments right down below, as we have a lot to share with you today. And this is an interactive session, as I'm going to be doing live Q&A a little later on here in the show. With that being shared, let's dive right into the latest CPI inflation data in the markets, which were just released here this morning. Perhaps somewhat expected, the volatility has returned to the crypto market, albeit event-driven. The ongoing turbulence is caused because the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics released its CPI numbers. CPI, as we know, is the Consumer Price Index, and it's the most common gauge for the current rates of inflation in the United States. The Consumer Price Index is used to measure the average change over time in prices that urban consumers pay for a market basket of goods and services. The number clocked in at 8.2% for the month of September. And may I remind you, that's what they're willing to admit. What are the real numbers? Lord only knows. As it's almost always the case, the crypto market reacted immediately, and the Bitcoin price initially pumped and then dumped towards 18,200, and which you can see here in this chart. So at the time of this recording, it's not looking so great. But as I pointed out earlier, I mean, this is 40-year highs for inflation. This is not looking good for America. And as we all know, the real inflation is more than likely much higher than what they're willing to admit. So I'd love to know in the comments right down below, where do you feel that the true CPI inflation is? I'd say food inflation is probably a lot higher than 13%. I think home inflation, honestly, is a lot higher than 13%. Look at Zillow. The average house is up 20 to 30% in the United States in the past 12 months. So obviously their numbers are probably skewed and fudged, to say the least. And also have a lot of other interesting insights. I like to point out here, Willy Woo shares that it took 6 months to get 1,000 users, 5 years to find 1 million users. But today, 13.8 years from inception, Bitcoin has 300 plus million users and around 4% adoption around the world. So at the current growth rate, 1 billion users will be hit in the next 3 years. That's when we can legitimately expect mass adoption. That's when we hit 12% of the world, which is 3x the current adoption rates. Let me know your thoughts on that. And again, let me know your thoughts on true CPI inflation and data here in the markets. And with that being shared, let's now break down what's going on in Latin America as Brazil mass adoption continues, which is another excellent sign that the Bitcoin game theory is in full effect. The city of Rio de Janeiro is expecting crypto firms to operate its tax property seasoning in 2023, according to a decree published on October 11th, allowing taxpayers to use crypto alongside fiat currency to pay tributes. The move makes Rio the first Brazilian city to accept digital assets as payments for taxes, and it is expected that taxpayers will be able to pay with more than one crypto asset, and other types of taxes will be enabled in the future, the city stated. The decree also states that companies willing to provide the services must be registered with the city and comply with the Brazilian SEC. Now, the hired companies will provide crypto payment services and convert crypto into fiat currency. Funds will be transferred to the city in local fiat currency without any additional costs to taxpayers. Their mayor shared the following regarding this: Rio de Janeiro is a global city. Therefore, we are following technology and economic advances in the universe of digital financial assets. We have a look to the future, and we want to become the country's capital of innovation and technology. Our city is the first in Brazil to offer the taxpayer this type of payment. Now, similar actions have been taken on around the world. In September, the United States of Colorado started accepting crypto as payments as well for any taxes owed, and the legislatures of Arizona, Wyoming, and Utah have all introduced bills to accept tax payments in the form of digital currencies to varying degrees. Now, Rio de Janeiro's initiative is another example of efforts being made in the country to broaden crypto adoption. Recently, the number of companies holding crypto in Brazil has reached record highs as of August, as the local taxation authority recorded 12,053 unique organizations declaring crypto on their balance sheet in August, up 6.1% over July. So Brazil, let's freaking go. What are your thoughts surrounding Latin America adoption? It seems to be happening a lot faster in Latin America than it is here in the United States. But hey, go figure. When there's nothing clear in stone, there is no clarity from the regulatory agencies. That creates a lot of uncertainty in the markets, and unfortunately, that causes the extreme extreme fear that we're witnessing right now, which I shared with you. And with that being shared, let's dive into the altcoin market, as one analyst has a bullish intake for what things are happening right now, which is interesting. So let's break this down now. And how many of you are currently bullish or bearish on alts? Let me know in the comments below. We have Justin Bennett, an analyst, predicting a breakout in prices for alts after a long and quiet period of consolidation. He tells his 100,000 plus Twitter followers that the overall market cap for alts have been coiling in a long wedge pattern, hinting at a massive imminent move. Quoting the analyst here on crypto Twitter, this period, or quiet period for crypto, is about to end. The longer the market coils, the more explosive the breakout. Get ready. Hashtag altcoin market cap. And Bennett backs up his bullish position by suggesting that the US dollar index is on the verge of breaking out. The US dollar index, known as the DXY, pins the US dollar against a basket of other fiat currencies, and a fallen DXY traditionally suggests an upside for risk assets like crypto. And according to Bennett, DXY could be in the process of being rejected at the top of a large ascending channel, which you can see here, quoting him, DXY linear chart, not the best time to be bearish on stocks and crypto, in my opinion. And regarding Ethereum, Bennett says the world's second largest crypto is also making a break against its resistance around the $1,300 level, which we're currently below, just FYI, and a descending channel. Quoting him here, each support is still holding, now testing channel resistance, which he shares here in this chart. And looking at the S&P 500, which has been correlated with crypto markets for the last several years, Bennett says that if the 35.75 level holds, a rally could ignite and potentially boost crypto as well. The analyst is looking at the upcoming consumer price index reading, which was just released here this morning, as a catalyst for the market's next move. And we can all see the market being still correlated with stocks and dropping together. Quoting him here, not difficult to imagine a relief rally from here, but a lot is riding on Thursday's CPI indeed, as the market took an opposite direction to the bottom, unfortunately, versus breaking out. But then again, it's a great opportunity to be stacking sats at a time like this, where you can get a massive discount in the market. So how many of you are currently accumulating at these prices? I say, hey, anything sub 20,000 is a great DCA level, in my humble opinion. Not financial advice, but I think if you're going to be hodling for the long haul, it's great to purchase at this price if you can look at the bigger picture. So sub 19,000, even greater. But how low will she go? Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments right down below. And after our next story, where we break down the latest of what's going on between the XRP and SEC lawsuit, we are also going to be discussing a bear market forecast of another likely bottom, a double bottom, which could be taking place. Before I break down in greater detail, Ark Invest $1 million Bitcoin forecast despite the current downtrend in the overall market. So with that being shared, let's break down XRP versus the SEC. Here's the latest update, what's going on right now. 2 additional companies are getting the go-ahead to offer their input on the U.S. SEC ongoing lawsuit against Ripple. We have U.S. District Judge Torres, who ruled on Monday that TapJets, which bills itself as the Uber of private jet chartering, and the remittance company iRemit, have now both served as an amicus curiae in the case in support of Ripple Labs. Amicus curiae means friend of the court, according to Cornell Law School. This amicus curiae can submit documents known as an amicus brief on issues relevant to the case, as long as the court approves the briefs in advance. And in arguing their cases, both companies described how XRP payments are critical to their business operations. The SEC opposed granting either company amici status, if I'm pronouncing this correct. If I'm not, hey, shoot me. Claiming their efforts were improper attempts to offer evidence outside the constraints of discovery restrictions, the rules of evidence, and this court's prior order. The 2 companies' briefs are due on Friday, October 14th, which, guess what? That's tomorrow. XRP supporting attorney John Deaton praised Judge Torres' decision, quoting him here, "Great news. The judge wants to have all the info in front of her. The truth is, all we need." Now, as we all know, the SEC sued Ripple back in late 2020 under allegations that it issued XRP as an unregistered security. So there you have it. What are your thoughts surrounding this case and what's going on with Ripple versus the XRP army right now? Let me know your humble decision in the comments below, or opinion. I would say, as I covered in yesterday's episode, the CEO of Ripple Labs, who is Brad Garlinghouse, he says that we can expect he hopes, fingers crossed, we can expect a verdict within the next couple of months, meaning before the end of the year. But realistically, it may happen within the first or second quarter of next year, which is insane to fathom that this lawsuit is going to be going on for 3 years. So it's very unfortunate overall, mostly for XRP hodlers who missed out on the big bull run of 2021 when Bitcoin hit an all-time high of 69,000 due to the suppression of the price and the delisting of the XRP crypto and all the exchanges in the United States. This has had a very harsh effect, but the fact that XRP is still within the top 10 cryptocurrencies says a lot, even after all the shenanigans with the lawsuit. So how many of you are currently bullish on XRP? Let me know in the comments right down below. And if you're just joining us, let me know who you are and where you're from in the comments below, as we are going to be doing a live Q&A session here a little later in the show. But with that being shared, now let's break down the latest bear market forecast here in the crypto market. Galaxy Digital CEO Mike Novogratz is updating his outlook on the future of the current bear market and the crypto markets as a whole. Novogratz says in a Yahoo Finance interview, Bitcoin and other crypto assets are likely to rally once the Fed pauses its monetary tightening measures. According to the Galaxy Digital CEO, the crypto market sell-off was caused by the Fed hiking interest rates. Go figure, quoting the billionaire here, since the Fed has decided to try to smash inflation by raising rates aggressively, the most aggressive rate raising in our lifetime, Bitcoin sold off with other assets. It's actually done better than most. I think if you finally get the pause, you will start seeing Bitcoin pick back up. Bitcoin and all cryptocurrencies. Are we going to get the pause? At one point, yes. On when the crypto market downturn can end, Novogratz says that the prevailing bear market could last up to 6 months. Quoting him again here, you know the bear case is we've got 2 to 6 months left of this pain. The bull case is the market starts breaking, and we are seeing a lot of breakage, not necessarily in crypto, but in the rest of the world. And according to the Galaxy Digital CEO, sellers in the crypto market are largely exhausted. As he shares here, crypto's interesting in that 3 months ago, after the big sell-off and the deleveraging, most people that needed to sell sold. And so you've seen the price is much more muted. Things take off when there is a good story, and they sell right back off when the story goes away. And so a lot less activity in crypto, a lot less for sellers, but also a lot less new buyers. So there you have it. And to watch this video that Novogratz did entitled Crypto Winter Could Last Longer Than People Think, be sure to check the show notes below the video in the description. And with that being shared, what are your thoughts regarding what Novogratz has to share? Do you agree or disagree? Do you feel that we can likely see continued bearish sentiment in the markets for the next several months to come heading into 2023? Or do you feel that we're likely to start breaking out and accumulating towards new all-time highs before the halving approaching right around the corner in 2024? Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments right down below. With that being shared, now let's get to the moment we have all been waiting for. I know there's a lot of bearishness in the markets, but I always love ending the show with a very bullish long-term price prediction, because we need to all focus and remember we're here for the long haul. Or maybe you disagree. Maybe you're just here for some short-term profits to get in and get out and convert it back to fiat. But I'm here for the long haul. So when I'm looking into the future, the crypto markets, I'm thinking 2025, 2030, 2032. I'm thinking heavens ahead. You know what I mean? So when I say start stacking sats and dollar cost average, you understand why I'm saying that. This is not an overnight get rich quick thing. This is Bitcoin taking over as a global reserve world currency over the long haul and becoming eventually worth millions of dollars per coin. That's what excites me, and that's what we're here to talk about. So with that being shared, let's break down this $1 million Bitcoin price prediction, shall we? Ark Investment Management analyst Yassine is standing by the firm's prediction that the Bitcoin price will shoot past the $1 million mark despite this year's massive sell-off in the digital currency. Now, Cathie Wood, the fund manager behind Ark's flagship innovation theme ETFs, forecast earlier this year that the world's largest crypto would top $1 million per BTC by 2030. So if you do the math, that means 2 more halvings. Expect a $1 million Bitcoin price. Yet, coin hodlers and miners have been selling off the token en masse this year as the Fed continues to aggressively tighten monetary policy, driving investors away from riskier asset classes such as crypto. Now the bellwether virtual currency is down nearly 60%, around 19,000 this year, according to Bloomberg data. Yet, Ark crypto analyst Yassine said that there is still a sizable opportunity to be found in the King crypto. In an interview with Bloomberg TV on Tuesday, reiterating his firm's view on each coin talking about Bitcoin exceeding $1 million in the coming years. Quoting him here, when we look at Bitcoin's potential, we segment it across several use cases, everything from its competing as a digital store of value to a settlement network to an insurance policy against arbitrary asset seizure. He explained, when you stack every use case on top of another, you come to about a $20 trillion opportunity, which translates to more than $1 million per BTC. So could you imagine a $28 trillion market cap for BTC? That's what we're talking about here. So even so, the firm gave its place as the third largest shareholder of US-based crypto platform Coinbase Global over the summer, dumping some of its holdings amid a US SEC probe, and 3 Ark Investment Management LLC funds sold over 1.41 million shares towards the end of July. We're at $75 million at the time. And Ark's $7.1 billion innovation ETF with the ticker Ark, ARKK, has not had a favorable year, lingering near its lowest closing level since March of 2020 on Tuesday. The fund has plunged 62% this year in 2022 as global risk sentiment sours compared to a 24% fall in the S&P 500. Now, Yassine's long-term view of Bitcoin remains bullish. Nevertheless, quoting him again here, when you look at Bitcoin as a strategic asset, non-sovereign, censorship-resistant money competing against central banks and fiat currencies, Bitcoin supply being capped at 21 million, I think there is an arms race, especially as we shift from the digital to the physical world to be an asset independent of the traditional financial systems and traditional asset classes, he said in a TV interview. And I agree 100%. And here is one particular reason why. As pointed out here by Candace Owens earlier today, referring to yesterday, I learned that Kanye West was officially kicked out of JP Morgan Chase Bank. I was told there was no official reason given, but they sent this letter as well to confirm that he has until late November to find another place for the Yeezy empire to bank. So there you have it. We have influencers around the world getting their bank accounts frozen or shutting down for having a conflicting political vision or view on things versus the status quo. So at times like this, that's what makes Bitcoin so valuable. That's why I suggest that Kanye switch to Bitcoin. I already heard him talk on a Joe Rogan podcast. I think it was back in 2020, and he bigged up like Bitcoiners as they're the most intelligent like humans on the planet because they can recognize what's going on. And now it's just more reason and make more logical sense for Ye to take advantage of this crypto movement and start putting his money in a thing that is unconfiscatable, uncorruptible, and yeah, it's just the greatest store of value we've ever known in human history right now. But what are your thoughts surrounding the $1 million Bitcoin price prediction from Yassine and Cathie Wood of Ark Invest? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments right down below. With that being shared, let's get into some live Q&A. And so anything you want to ask me, feel free to ask me live right now. And I'm going to be reading your questions and comments out loud. Ellen put, sure, I will keep buying all the way down and all the way up. That's right, because you're a believer and you understand that this is here for the long haul, right? Crypto's not going anywhere. We got CoinFather, True, BF, Prospect, put points to make money and change your life. Don't fall in love with projects, fall in love with profit. Protocol says, OMG, to the moon, let's go. Wilson Wong, good morning, welcome. Says to the moon, bring it. CoinFather, Bitcoin is why I preach it. Protocol says I sold at 18,200. Bring Facts says bought the dip, told ya, crash it, and I'm gonna mop up more blood. Keep stacking them stats, fam. What's good, brother? I DCA'd in. That's what's up, John Spooner, and bought another 1,000 of Bitcoin at 18,400, and it's already rebounding. I've been dumping bags of cash into Bitcoin, trying to become a whole coiner. Buy that dip, boy. Well, congratulations. Keep stacking, and eventually you will absolutely become a no-coiner. So that's what's up. Bitbud says, do you have a water filtration system? I saw you drinking out of a plastic. Yes, I have like several Kangen water machines. I have Berkey water filters, but I just switched to a new house, and I don't have everything with me, so I don't have things set up, and it is very unfortunate. I shouldn't be drinking water out of a plastic bottle, so I concur 100%. So that's just pure laziness on my behalf. What's up, Eric Swanson? Good morning. Yeah, it's sad. I have like over $10,000 worth of water machines at the house, but they're not hooked up yet, so more motivation to hook it up. Thank you. Very nice. Tom says, get a coin to be a millionaire in 2030 or sooner. That's right. Where are all my whole coiners out? whole coiners at? Let me know in the comments below. Stack sats and you will make it to a whole coin. There's no doubt about it. Only a matter of time. And that's why discounts like this in the Bitcoin price are so great to take advantage of it. Dollar cost average, seize the moment. Can't stop the money printer from going brrr. That's right. And it's sad, but it's a truth. The money printer will continue to go brrr. With all that being shared, if you do have a live comment, drop it. I'm going to read it out loud. But with that being shared, I'm going to move on to some of the top comments from yesterday's actual episode in the comments below the video. And let's read some of these top comments out loud because I always appreciate them. Pezza put, thanks for another great show, JV. Very informative. It's also great with the live chat too. We can get more knowledge and views that way. Works really well. Nice little family that will grow with time and no doubt the Bitcoin price. That's what's up, fam. No doubt about it. Alberto says, hey, JV, glad to see you getting in your flow with the live show. I could tell it was a lot to deal with. You have to flow with the transition gracefully. 100%. And one thing I do miss, Will Smith that like button. I'm going to have to tell you guys to Will Smith that like button right now. What are you doing? Great show, and it feels supernatural for you just after a few live shows. BCA to the moon. Send it. That's what's up. eCoin wrote, Aloha JV. Stoked to catch the live show this morning. Keep up the good work. Will do. Grant Jones says, love your show. Keep it up. Bring facts. Love the new format. I like the outro scene idea from the other chatters. NFT CNA member cards. Not a bad idea. Pezza also wrote, looking like a pro now, JV. The nerves have gone and it's looking good. Sounding great. And it is great. Well done. I am pleased for you. I'm going to read one more from Marinos. Thank you, JV. Let's go BTC and ETH. One love. So thank you for those comments. And also the greatest compliment you can show to my show is really just dropping a comment below this video, not just in the live chat, but below the video, as it helps out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm. And I'm just going to check the live chat one more time. Ellen says, congrats, JV. Trini, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Says, what is going on? A lot is going on in the markets right now. And with all of that being shared, let's finish up with the big finish so we can get this show on the road. And let's break it down. So in today's show, here is a quick recap of everything I shared with you. We discussed massive Bitcoin volatility as we touch 18,200-ish as U.S. inflation clocks in at 8.2%, which is insane. And that's a 40-year high at 6.6% for core inflation, because they separated it, saying that the food at home inflation is 13%. But again, these are extremely conservative numbers. I wouldn't be doubtful if it was really double or triple the numbers they're actually willing to admit. Also shared the latest from Willy Woo, on-chain analyst. We also discussed Ye being kicked out of JP Morgan Chase Bank, which is sad to see, but just another clear indication that people need to be taking advantage of Bitcoin and move their money out of the banks. Also shared the latest updates from Plan B, creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow model, and the stock to flow is predicting a $100,000 Bitcoin price between 2024 and 2025. We also discussed Latin America adoption, as Brazil's Rio de Janeiro will accept crypto payments for property taxes, and I shared the latest from their actual mayor. We also discussed the altcoin market about to explode after a long consolidation period, according to crypto analyst Justin Bennett, who shared this chart here. And we also discussed the latest in the XRP / SEC saga and what is going on with this case. And we also discussed, of course, billionaire Mike Novogratz forecasting how long the Bitcoin and crypto bear market will last. He said it can occur for the next 2 to 6 months. And we also discussed Ark Invest standing by and doubling down on the $1 million Bitcoin price prediction from Yassine, an analyst over there, as well as their CEO, Cathie Wood. And as shared here, to the million, Ark Invest analyst Yassine is standing by his firm's prediction. The Bitcoin's price will shoot past the $1 million mark. But what do you think? And that's the $1 million question. So let me know what you do think in the comments right down below. I personally feel, I'm going to go on a rant and we're going to end it, I feel we can honestly reach a $1 million Bitcoin price by the time of not this halving coming up in 2024, but the following halving in 2028. I think that period, probably around 2029, 2030, we can realistically see a $1 million Bitcoin price. We also have to consider why this is so realistic. Hyperinflation is no joke. Look at the countries around the world. Look at the fiat currencies crumbling against the dollar. It's only a matter of time before the biggest Ponzi scheme of them all, the United States dollar, crumbles against the king, BTC. Only a matter of time. And when that happens, expect a multi-million dollar Bitcoin price. It'll happen. The question is when. So with that being shared, Will Smith that like button, drop a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode.